Talladega. Live show. Our live shows are always awkward.
They are.
We're usually in a little room. We got Mr. Barstool with us again. I'm surprised you came back.
I'm surprised you asked me.
Yeah.
Once you ask me, I'll come. Ask me next week, I'll be here. Just keep asking me, I'll show up.
Well, we'll get greedy with that then. I appreciate the 15 people who came. Thank you guys for being here.
Woo!
You're true fans.
It is still early, though.
Yeah.
It's still early out in
We
Talladega.
at least have double that. We at least have 30.
Yeah, that's good.
15 was an
Yeah,
undersell.
that was rude. I'm sorry. Thanks for being here, though. There's a band playing right after us.
Yes. Granger Smith, is that right? Yes.
Granger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some Granger fans out there.
I feel like everybody's just getting done with qualifying. They're getting some dinner, getting prepared for tonight. You know, last night, big one on the Boulevard.
Yeah.
A lot of activity, probably a little bit of drinking that went on, maybe.
A little bit.
Yeah. Probably some going on now.
A lot of. Oh, I drove down the Boulevard to
Yeah.
get here. There was already lots of beverages cracked open.
Yeah, I had a few last night. I won some money last night.
Did you?
Yeah, I got some money in my pocket.
What
Courtesy of Mr. Portnoy over here.
Yeah, you should have had more if you had any
I know.
guts, though.
Was some wagering happening?
Yeah, we bet. So they do the wrestling in the barbecue sauce.
Yes.
And one of our girls who works for Barstool was in it. And she's like an ex-Marine, so I thought she'd kick the other girl's ass. And we bet. He won. It was $500. It was supposed to be the bet, and then he chickened out. He's like, "Well, she's in the Marines. I only want to do 200."
Well, I didn't know she was
got her ass
ex-Marine until
she got her ass.
Like right before the match started, you're like, "Oh, she's ex-Marine." I'm like, "Okay, we'll go back down to 200."
Yeah.
But yeah, she got beat, and I was happy with my 200 though. I didn't want to get greedy.
Still owe you 20.
What other kind
I'll
of
let you-
games
I'll
were
let that
last
slide.
night?
They had some eating games. They had
Yeah, you do like a keg stand, eat a cake, where like your teammates hold you upside down, and then it's a hot dog contest where it's basically you don't eat the hot dogs, you fill a bucket with hot dogs. You can't use your hands. You pick up the hot dog and put it in a bucket.
like raw hot dogs.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know if that was the.
You couldn't use
safest
your hands,
version.
but you could use anything else.
Correct.
I think your mouth is
The mouth.
best
Okay.
one.
Mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, they named it something a little risque. What was it?
I don't know.
Hot wieners in a hole or something.
That seems
yeah,
about right.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's Talladega.
Yeah.
Well, they weren't lying. I mean, that's what happened. So, but no, it was fun. It's your first trip to Talladega.
First time.
I like
What
that
do you think?
Yeah.
Because you went to Daytona.
Yeah,
You've
so I've
transitioned.
So I went. Daytona was my first NASCAR race ever, and that's when we sat down. I loved it. I had an awesome time. And I said when I went there, all NASCAR fans said I had to come to Talladega and I had to go to the Bristol night race.
Yep.
So those are the two. See, they like the Bristol
Oh,
night race.
yeah.
So I'm a man of my word. So I came to Talladega. All right. I love Daytona. This feels more NASCAR to me. Like Daytona could be a city anywhere. It's like a gift shop city. Kind of, you could be like walking kind of down South Beach and you see like South Beach T-shirts, and that's what Daytona is. That's kind of what it feels like. This is all there is. This is it. This is the whole place. So it felt what I expect when I come to a NASCAR race, the South, little rednecky, like this is exactly what I want it to be.
Like authentic NASCAR.
And it's also, I think I said on this show before, I like horse racing. It reminds me in a weird way of Keeneland. Like you fly in over all these green fields. They have the tailgating in the back that's not part of the track. So I just love it. I've been to two. If I ranked them, I would go Talladega 1, Daytona 2.
Okay.
That's a fair assessment.
Yeah.
Now, at Daytona, you did drive the pace car.
I
right?
did. I'm on the big rig tomorrow, too.
Oh, you're on the big rig.
Oh, I'm on the big rig tomorrow.
I did that last year in the spring. We're filming a documentary that'll be out in the fall on NBC. We'll plug for that on Talladega.
The big rig with the American
big rig
flag.
with the American flag.
Yes.
That thing is awesome.
Yes, I'm excited for that. I was in the pace car with Dale Jarrett Jr. And I will never go. Like, I keep getting offered, like, hey, do you want to go with a driver around? And I keep saying no because I think I'll puke, choke, and die. Like, I got nervous in the pace car. Like, when he was going around the top, like, I was holding on to my nuts going around the top. And he was only going, like, 60, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of scary.
You can't really feel like what it's like and how much banking there is until you're there and you're like leaning on the left
The
side.
car is
door.
literally like sideways.
And in the pace car, I was sitting next to strangers. There was like a lady in the middle, so it's
And
like
you're
you're
leaning all
crashing
over?
into.
Yeah.
Like, sorry.
I can't help it.
I think the big rig would feel kind of scary because that's like
yeah.
a lot of weight in a vehicle on that banking.
I don't understand it. So I'm going to be in like the front. I don't understand.
So there's two. There, the driver's seat and the passenger seat, and then there's the cab in the back. Like, there's a table and a little couch, a little lounge area. I mean, it is a big rig.
You better call shotgun.
It's a sleeper rig.
Yeah, they put generally somebody more famous gets like the shotgun,
Yeah.
and then I kind of get stuck in the back.
Well, and
I'm not complaining, but that's where I'll end up.
And the guy that drives it, he's a local. He raced cars back in the day. He knew Dale Earnhardt. Like, there's a lot of stuff about that big rig. But I will tell you, if you can sit down and hold on, because I was holding a camera and just kind of standing there trying to get in a core workout. Clearly.
Yeah.
That worked out well for you.
It did. It was great.
But no, it's good. Well, I saw you did a pizza review with Kyle Busch.
Oh, yeah.
How'd that go?
So I like Kyle. If you remember, last time I was on this show, I'm like, he's the asshole, right? Like, everyone doesn't like Kyle Busch. So I started reading up on him, and I kind of like this guy. So I was excited to meet him. His big thing, everyone doesn't like him because he won't get out of these minor league races. He keeps beating everybody.
Yeah.
That's like the big contention. I like it. If I were him, I'd just keep doing everything. So it went well because I was kind of on his side. It's like, listen, if it has wheels, you should be allowed to race it. I'm a firm believer in that. I think NASCAR should let anybody who wants to drive in any race at any time do it. So I'm on his side. It went well. And I'm meeting all the drivers. I like all the drivers. I feel like I have to be Switzerland now because, like, I don't want to come into the show wearing, like, the peanut M&M jacket, or the Chase Elliott jacket.
Well, you did wear that on my show.
Well, he was on it as well.
Well, all right.
You haven't given me a jacket.
Ooh.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
I'll get you a jacket.
Or any merch for that matter.
I'll get you a jacket.
You need some merch, it sounds like.
I'll
How
help you
was
out on that deal.
Kyle's pizza reviewing skills? Do you feel like he did a good job?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. The pizza around here has, it's been shitty. If we're being really honest.
I don't think you need to get barbecue when you're in Alabama is what you need
barbecue,
to get.
and a lot of people telling me there's good pizza in Birmingham, but I'm not going to go drive an hour because we're here. So the pizza around here, although the guy who served it was like, it's a little shack place next to the Pigs Fly supermarket. It's called First Class Pizza. I've never seen anyone more confident in his pizza.
Okay.
Like, before we get, he goes, "You're going to love this." It's like, all right, buddy, but it wasn't that
very good.
It was Coach. It wasn't First Class. It was Coach pizza.
Yeah.
Or cargo pizza,
if
maybe.
confidence counted, it was a 10.
Okay.
Ended up being about a 4.
Oh, 4.
Ooh.
Wow. One bite, everyone of those rules.
Yeah. And Kyle gave it about the same, too.
I like the pizza reviews, and we have an old story that said a pizza restaurant closed after employees put laxatives in their pizzas. Does that make you nervous? Do you think that could happen to you?
No. I mean, it could happen to anybody. That's just like a fast food, I'm always worried about that. Like McDonald's, they're spitting in the burgers, or
I wouldn't be worried if I were you, because people are they want their pizza to look good on his
and
pizza
they don't know
reviews.
we're coming either. We never tell anybody we're coming.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, we call it in. We don't say who it is. We just walk in, take it. So they don't know we're coming.
Okay.
So you could have a disgruntled employee one day just say, somebody ordered a pizza and I'm going to spit on it, and you wouldn't know.
Yeah, this is somebody getting back at the owner, not like the reviewer. Somebody doesn't like the owner, so they just put laxatives in the pizza.
I think it might have been like another employee that they weren't as happy with, because apparently they took pictures on social media and posted it. Rule number 1, don't post something like that to social media.
True.
And then they fed it to an employee who got sick.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good take then, that they were going after that guy.
Yeah.
It's a solid choice. I might have to start doing that to drivers.
No, you should.
Oh.
Yeah, putting some laxatives in their stuff. I might have done that last night, and you don't know it yet.
You guys, the drivers were out in full force. So Clint Boyer's like, hey, come along and hang out with us at the end of the night. I was great. The NASCAR people figured you guys were in your little village that you live in. So we took a golf cart and drove like 20 minutes away. You were just right on the boulevard. There was like 20 of you guys just hanging out.
Yeah.
That's the best part. I continue to be amazed by that when I come here, is how accessible all the drivers are.
Yeah. Friday nights here are kind of our nights we can really let loose and party a little bit, because today we didn't really do anything. We qualified at like 3 today, and you have some time to kind of see straight. So that's been good. But they got a
Roger Goodell's clown shirt.
Oh.
Now,
that's solid.
Now you guys know I tried to get so that you guys see that turquoise clown right there. The guy's doing. We tried to make that a paint design in this race.
Did you
we
really?
We got all the way through the final, and then it got shut down because NASCAR is afraid of Fox and the NFL and all that crap.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
I mean, I get what NASCAR is doing, because the NFL, Roger Goodell, is basically a dictator and controls like the entire country.
Yeah.
So the relationship with the NFL is king. I hate him. I've been
Yeah, you've been very vocal about that.
Yeah.
He dragged me out of the Super Bowl in handcuffs. So he's my least favorite guy. But yeah, we were gonna do the whole paint scheme with the bright turquoise with the clown on the front.
That would have been
cool, man.
so cool.
So
People
cool.
would have won diecast of that. It would've been,
yeah.
Did you watch the draft? I assume. Some of it?
Well, what was I doing there? Oh, the Bruins were playing. So I was watching. I'm a Boston guy.
Okay.
So Bruins playoff game. I watched most of it. I was going back and forth.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you had like stake in it or.
So
You were really hoping the Patriots took somebody special.
I don't want to turn this into like a Dave Portnoy Boston like suck my show, but the Patriots, it doesn't matter because they're in the Super Bowl, they're in the AFC Championship every year. So we could draft like any of these people out here and we just replace them with superstars and we'd be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So for Patriot fans, not to be sad for ourselves, it's like we don't get excited. It just doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's a useless day. There's 2 days that matter for the Patriot fans: AFC Championship, Super Bowl.
And when Tom Brady retires.
Well, we still got Belichick.
Or when he retires.
I'm not convinced that he's ever going to retire or
Never.
die.
How old is
I'm
he?
not sure he's human.
He's like the emperor.
I think he's been the same age for
I
like
think
10
he's
years.
maybe a robot.
I think he's.
That's
like
what's under the
70s.
sweatshirt is all
Yeah.
of the electronics that are.
He
keeping
and Nick
him alive.
Saban. Nick Saban. They're both in that same mold.
Oh,
One
Saban.
and the
We're in
same.
Saban territory
I know.
And they're
right
like
now.
they're like best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
we draft Alabama guys like every 2 seconds.
I did see y'all had a live stream last night at the Panthers' new backup quarterback's house.
Yeah, so Caleb, he's here. Caleb, the guy who is with him, is at the college party right now. So Will Greer, quarterback of West Virginia, he was at Florida beforehand. So he wanted to document, and athletes in all genres are getting more savvy with media.
Sure.
So they want to do a live stream, and we've worked with them past. He's like, I want to do it with Barstool. So he sent one of our guys down, sat with him. I think they thought he was going to go first round, which I hadn't heard. I talked to Caleb, but got drafted by Carolina, I think, late yesterday. So
Yeah, I think it was third round pick.
Yeah.
Carolina went defensive end and then offensive tackle and then quarterback. So Cam's got a little pressure now.
I think that's probably why they did it.
Yeah.
A little kick in the ass for him, a little bit.
Well, I mean, he's had so many injuries. Who knows what's going to be next? He's going to like twist an ankle or something.
I don't hate it. I'm a Panthers fan, so I don't hate
All
it.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
But Cam is my quarterback. He is my quarterback. I'm gonna ride or die. On that
just-
one.
Cam was an
fucking-
Auburn grad. I'm sure there's
Hang
some
on,
Auburn
I feel like
fans
we
out
should
here.
do. All right,
That's a sensitive
Like a roll
subject.
tide and a war eagle.
Roll Tide,
Is using the word grad a loose term? Did he actually
War
graduate?
Eagle.
Well, maybe, yeah, like he played at Auburn.
He was paid by Auburn.
He was paid by Auburn.
He was on the Auburn payroll.
Hey, they win. They win.
Yeah,
I don't care.
could care
Yeah,
less.
yeah.
I'd cheat every which way. If I were you guys, this restrictor plate,
Yeah.
I don't understand that. The goals go fast, right?
Yeah, we try to cheat.
Yeah.
It's a matter of if you
Yeah,
get caught or not.
yeah.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying.
That's
Well,
exactly
the
right.
package is different this time around.
It is, yeah. The spoilers are about 5 inches taller
It's like
than when you saw them at
big
Daytona.
ass,
And
big ass, like old school looking spoilers.
it's massive. It's a big billboard, but it'll be different. It'll be a different race tomorrow. It'll be exciting. The Xfinity race today was pretty exciting. And
Oh, we were talking.
The guy who won.
Yeah, before we went on the air. So
he was,
Tyler,
he
did
was
you
out
see his
last
helmet?
night with us.
and he was wearing a Barstool
He had a
helmet.
Barstool
Oh, I
helmet when he
didn't
got
know
out of the car
Feel
in
free
Victory
to do
Lane.
that if you feel
That's
like
cool.
it. If you really want to be a friend of the program, guys wearing
well,
helmets.
You got to send me some stickers or something. I can.
We'll do a
This, I
merch
think
trade.
this was
We'll do
like
a merch
painted.
trade.
He
Yeah,
got like
yeah,
a,
it
like
was
a
a real
custom
deal.
painted Barstool helmet,
Said
and he didn't
Saturdays
take
are for
off.
the boys.
Yeah,
Yeah, when
Saturday
he
for the
didn't.
boys.
He won, and he didn't take it off when he
Yep.
got out of the car. So he had it on for the celebration.
Side note, by the way, walking down the boulevard about an hour ago, somebody came up and they said they were your wife. They're like, hey.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I actually believed her. And I was like, oh, I'm going to do the podcast
yeah.
in a little
I think
bit.
she's here.
Yeah.
She's here.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, right there.
She's
Wait,
out there
I
right
see.
now.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Hello.
How was
Be
the
home
wedding,
soon.
Ryan? How was
Mrs.
the
Blaney.
wedding?
Yeah,
How was
it
the
was
wedding?
a great one.
And then she also said that she invited you to her prom and you didn't reply at all.
No.
Oh wait, is this the one that's been sending me messages too? I get messages all the time that are like, "Please tell Blaney to invite me to prom."
right,
And I
I'm
don't
gonna-
know
Hey,
who
Ryan,
these girls
she's
are.
inviting you to prom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She did.
See, we told him.
We
told him.
See, she's very happy.
You know what? Thanks. Thank you so much for putting me on the spot.
That is a horrible place to put you.
my
in.
When
God.
do you
I
turn
appreciate
18
that.
though? Maybe it's not a
Go
good
to her
idea.
fucking
Jailbait.
prom. You'll make her train you. Go to the fucking prom.
That's a sensitive subject for you, huh?
No, I'm trying to
got
help
you
her
fired
out.
up.
Did you go to your prom?
Yeah, I went to my prom trying to get fan friendly here.
I never went to
Yeah.
a prom in my high
Well,
school.
I mean, this.
Why?
Never did. I was racing all the time on
You're
the weekend,
making
so
a
I was
case for
going.
yourself to go to this prom
I
by
guess
saying
I'll
you
have to
haven't
check
been
it
to
out.
the-
Yeah, screw
you
that.
can leave
Lost that rundown.
It's fine.
Yeah. I guess I'm going to prom. Okay. We'll find a time maybe. Be able to take.
We could make a prom.
We could
we could do like a NASCAR prom.
I love it.
Make a
Could.
dance floor up here.
Yeah. Get a little disco ball.
And
Who would be prom king out of all the drivers, do you think? I mean, Ryan's not eligible because he's on this panel.
I wouldn't be it anyway. Chase Elliott, obviously.
You think?
Chase?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Everyone likes him. Boyer.
Oh,
I was gonna say
Boyer would be a good prom king.
Boyer's
Good
good.
one.
I feel like Kyle Busch would just like steal your girl and make out with her right in front of your face.
You think he's a Mr. Steal Your Girl?
I don't know.
I'm not sure about
I
that.
don't know. I like his attitude. But I
Okay.
do like Clint. Clint's one of my favorites. Although Clint, I was wearing sunglasses like this.
He thought it was a microphone last night.
What?
I was wearing my sunglasses like this, and he was
Yeah.
telling me a story he didn't want on the record. He looked at my sunglasses and goes, "What is that? Is that a hidden microphone?" Like, my
You
sunglasses?
think you were like a spy?
Yeah.
And he had his microphone in his pocket the whole time, like a big microphone.
Yeah.
He's like, no, this is obviously a microphone.
He may have been a few in.
Just shows you how
Seeing
wild it got on the boulevard
double.
last
Please
night.
talk
I saw
into the giant
DW.
flower.
Oh, yeah.
what it felt like.
I saw DW made it out there.
DW, that was his first time on the boulevard, he said.
Oh,
What?
man.
Yeah, and he was wearing an original Dale Earnhardt jacket. I thought was
Okay.
pretty cool. But I don't think he lasted long. I think
No, I mean, he's kind of aged out.
he saw a game or two being
this.
played, and he was like, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
Which I don't
Well.
blame him.
Jeff Gordon had big goggles, so you couldn't really recognize him.
He had his, those are the goggles he wore. I think he went to Burning Man last
Yeah, that was
year.
what he said.
So he had like
Yeah.
steampunk goggles on.
Have you seen those photos of Jeff Gordon at Burning Man?
I haven't, but I asked him if you're at all familiar with Burning Man. I'd like to go, but I don't know. Like, I feel like to really do it right, you have to be filthy rich. So he's like, you
Yeah.
should go to Burning Man. I'm like, well, did you go as a rich person? He's like, yeah, I spent like $100 grand. It's like, that's a rich person at
Yeah.
Burning Man. So no shit, you had fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I think to get the real experience, you have to go and sleep like out on sand.
In the desert?
I would
Like
be
a
afraid. I
complete-
feel like
I would
Get
be
bitten by, like,
I would
the
be
bugs?
terrified. Yeah, that or just all the diseases.
Has
that are
anybody
Oh, did
here
you-
gone to Burning Man?
No.
No, but speaking of festivals and diseases, you said it. Did you see where Coachella, like the area medical
Big
things,
herpes problem.
the STD rate like skyrocketed
Yeah.
for people
Like
checking
1,100 victims, it said.
Yeah.
Victims?
It said
Yeah.
victims
Okay.
on the article I read, and it's not really, you're not a victim. It's just you
in. Weren't smart.
put something where you shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's going to be the worst, though, if you're at Coachella and you start hearing those rumors. It's like, oh, fuck.
You're like, damn it.
Yeah.
I was like,
And you don't remember last night. You're like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what did I do?
jeez. I don't know if I'd ever go to Coachella, Burning Man. That's just not.
I'd
for
like
me.
to do Burning Man how Jeff did it. I have no desire to go to Coachella.
What's the difference between the two? Like,
I think
I don't know
Burning
what the
Man
difference
centered
is.
around like drugs and just burning.
Burning
like an
Man, there's
arts
like, well, there's
and
also
free-
no,
like, there's no money.
at Burning Man.
You
Like,
barter
it's
for
just
everything.
Trade.
Yes. Coachella, I think, is like you just want to be on Instagram.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
I
you
can
just
see
take
It's
that.
more,
pictures.
yeah, of like a
Yeah.
style thing now.
So if you go
Burning
to Burning
Man-
Man, you need to bring like silver spoons or something and trade.
But Burning Man is heading in the direction of the Instagram famous thing. So I
Yeah.
think the founders basically said, we want to hit the reset button and go back to the true barter system at Burning Man.
Yeah, I could see that. Anytime I think you have the Jeff Gordons of the world, like spending $100K to go to the festival,
Yeah.
it's probably not that like grassroots crazy like original thing. Like Burning Man, I think is picking up. Coachella, I think is on the
On the
even
down.
yeah.
Would you say that Talladega is the Burning Man of NASCAR in the original spirit of Burning Man? Would you say that's the Burning Man of NASCAR?
Yeah, this is only my second race, but this is exactly when you think of NASCAR, what I would want it to be. I mean, it's beautiful. It really is. I was in, this is going to be bad, I was in Welsh, West Virginia last weekend. We do like a boxing contest, and a lot of people were saying it's very similar. Well, it's not. Welsh is, it was a really poor community that, there's houses abandoned. This is gorgeous. I mean, this is open fields, green grass, and people partying. I love it.
I thought about going to that Rough and Rowdy
It's
show
something.
last week.
Oh,
I
it's
really
something.
wanted to go.
What
It
is
is
it?
something.
I'm not
So Rough and
familiar
Rowdy,
with it.
we have a amateur boxing contest where anybody can enter, fight. It's sanctioned. We actually are going to do it at Talladega. I promise that within 2 years in the infield we'll have like a
Ooh.
boxing ring.
That's
and
actually
like
a good idea.
full-blown
I want to
thing.
see that guy in. The
in the
Goodell guy.
concert.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a very. It's real fights. These are funny, bad knockouts, people out of gas. It's a little bit of everything. So I think it's one of the best things we do. So it fit here perfectly.
How do you recruit people to be a part of it? Or they just
They sign
email
up.
or sign up? Yeah.
Yeah.
How
We
many
advertise
fights
it
do you have?
We have about 30 or 40 fights a night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and
30
we
or
kind of
40?
now have like a pseudo champion who's a guy who fights in jeans. I think he's originally from West Virginia. He's tough as balls. So it's good. It's people get to know the characters a little bit. It would fit in perfectly at Talladega.
Do you have to have like a certain resume to get in, or it's just anybody?
You can't be a pro.
Okay.
You can't like.
But you could be like fresh out of prison. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'd encourage
All right.
that.
Encourage it.
Yeah.
I like it.
Well, how do you pick your locations? Because I know you did one in Charlotte. How do you pick where you go?
So it's state by state. You have to get it like a license from each boxing commission. So some states don't allow it, some do. It started in West Virginia, and once we took it over, we're trying to bring it to other states. So I believe it's legal in Alabama.
Okay.
Let's hope so.
Perfect.
Well,
Yeah.
let's make it legal if it's
Yeah.
not, so we can do it here.
Florida, it's legal. We could have done
Of course,
it at
it's done
Daytona.
in Florida.
Florida, you
Everything's
can do
legal in
anything.
Florida, you can do anything.
Yeah, literally anything.
Yeah, you really can.
I'm
Yeah.
excited. I hope you do it next year.
Oh,
I'd like to watch it.
It's good.
You need
It's
to have
good
a driver
stuff.
be a part of it.
Ooh.
No, which
Like a
driver
ring
would
girl. You could
say?
be a ring girl.
Yeah, I could be that.
Like, I don't think you want to get in the ring and actually
I don't know that
fight.
your team would approve
I think
of you.
I think Newman could do it.
Newman could.
Newman
yeah.
could probably win the whole thing.
Well, I mean, how
Ryan
many-
Newman's biggest
a
driver we got.
stocky
He could play
guy.
like he
maybe
could
Matt
play tight
DiBenedetto.
end.
For as many
He's a
pictures
CrossFitter.
as he shows in the gym.
Yeah, he
No,
likes
I
to-
don't trust those guys. I don't trust guys who show a lot of pictures of themselves in the gyms.
I mean, I don't either, but
Those, the guys who don't show the pictures, that's what you got to worry about.
Right, who are incognito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the scrappy
Sneaky guys.
ones.
Sneaky. Yeah.
You should. Would you ever be a part of your Rough and Rowdy event?
So I'm a pussy, first of all. So that's a problem with me entering my own boxing. But my shoulders would dislocate instantly throwing. But what I do have happen now, I've been challenged to $3 million fights. So if people don't like me or I get in fights with people, it's like they originally will just say, I'll fight you for $1 million. So
Really?
Mike Rappaport challenged me for $1 million. A guy, Bob Menery, challenged me for $1 million. And Clay Travis just challenged me for $1 million.
Huh.
So I get challenged quite a bit for $1 million fights.
you gonna do it?
No, no.
How
That's
much
$1
would they
million.
have to pay you?
People don't. Dana White does not fight in UFC. He runs UFC and profits off the other people fighting. That's what
a
I do.
smart way to do it. Yeah.
But Vince McMahon
True.
gets in the ring.
Yeah.
But that's fake.
I for sure
I love Vince McMahon. He's like my favorite.
don't want to fight any of them, especially Michael Rappaport.
No, he's a crazy person.
He is
He's
legitimately crazy.
Off the reservation.
100%.
Yes. We just became a lot closer.
Yeah. I feel you.
Well, I've got a question that, like, really it's for all three of you. I experienced this for the first time. Someone tweeted me and basically called me, you know, like an asshole and said I'm not funny and all that.
Oh, wow.
And it's one of those things. It's like,
Mean
that's the
person.
first time I've ever had someone, like,
Oh, a troll?
a
Really?
troll. Yeah, that is my first troll. Like, how do you deal with trolling?
Well, I get like a gazillion of those
Yeah.
a day. So usually I ignore them, or my standard response will be something very juvenile. So if they say something, I'll just be like, your face. And then everyone
Or your
rallies
mom.
around that.
Yeah.
It's like, right, your mom.
Yeah.
And then everyone's like, burn and all those emojis. So, but yeah, I don't give a fuck about that. I mean,
I would think the more you get, the less it would bother you. Like, if you have one or two people calling you out, I don't know, I feel like it would hit you harder than, like, I don't know, if you have thousands of people being like, you suck. It's just like, well, this is just the crowd mentality.
It's just like the first one. So part of me was like, that's like your opinion, man. Like, do
in the
something like that.
beginning. No, I would be very worried if people stopped hating me. And to be honest, I bring it on myself a lot of
Yeah.
times. Like, I'm sort of, what's that word you use? Troll? Like,
Troll.
I troll a little bit on social
Half the
media.
time they just want you to react, though, because have you ever had somebody say something mean and then you say something
They
back? They're
delete
like,
it.
thank you so much for responding.
Yeah,
And you're like, what?
A
Can
lot
you
of
sign
people
this?
really do
Yeah.
hate me who send it. So
It's a genuine.
authentic.
yeah, it's a genuine hate.
hate,
It's like,
genuine
I
hate.
f***ing hate this guy. But what are you gonna do?
What? Tweet through my phone. Yeah, I don't know. We get it a good bit.
I'd assume you must, right?
Yeah, all the time. You know, but I like to respond to them. I think it's pretty
Ryan's
funny.
good about
And
responding
then,
and like quoting them with the response, so you get to
oh,
see
people got to
what.
see it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the quote
Yeah.
tweet's huge.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
part of. Yeah, thank you, Twitter, for making that possible.
Yeah.
But yeah, but it's usually like just someone on like a couch.
Yeah.
In a basement.
100%.
That's what you gotta remember when you're going down. It's like who you're going against. It's probably like somebody like a 5-year-old. You know, you just never know who you're going against.
Yeah.
But it's good if
Yeah.
they're not pay. I'd rather that. It's like, you know, if they're not saying anything, I would say it's in my shoes. It's probably a problem.
Yeah.
It's like I'm being uninteresting. I mean, so I'm a Boston fan. I've been going at like the Toronto, like the Maple Leafs fans forever, and now all of Toronto hates me, which is good.
I think I saw that on Twitter.
yeah.
They
I
were-
call them all losers.
I mean,
And they are losers.
They're Canadians.
Hey.
Yeah.
We've
They're not
talked
here.
about Canadians on the show before.
I mean,
Yeah.
Their franchise hasn't won like a playoff series in 20 years, and they talk like they know playoff. Whatever. I'm not gonna get it. I'll let they can go do their own Canadian shit. I don't care. But
They gave us Drake.
Yeah.
And that's not like I want to send Drake
And
back.
Justin Bieber. Let's send
I'm not
him
a fan
back.
of Drake. Not a fan of the Biebs. I don't like popular.
Bieber was at
Yeah.
Game 7 in
Yeah.
Boston
Yeah.
for that game. Yeah. And now Toronto doesn't like him. They say Toronto people. They're a nice city. I've never been, but they're losing.
I've heard good things. I've heard good things.
I've
Yeah.
been. You've
Yeah.
been.
I've been once,
Good,
yeah.
yeah.
I went in the dead of winter, and it was freezing, and it was
Well,
miserable, and I
Canadian
didn't like
Tire,
city, but...
most sports there.
Okay, then I did go there.
Yeah,
that was a
you've
long
been
time
there.
ago. But, yeah, it was a nice city. It was
Look,
all right.
I did see a Canadian flag in the infield, so some Canadians have traveled. There is a
that
Canadian
yours?
right there.
Is that
You're a
girl?
Canadian?
There's multiple Canadians.
Lots of, we
Hi, we love Canada.
Thanks for coming
I
down.
like
Thanks for
Canada.
coming down.
I
All
like
right.
Canadian people. Toronto's just filled with losers.
Hopefully you're not a Maple Leafs fan. No. No. Okay.
All right.
She is fervently against them.
All right. Well, welcome to the front row, everybody.
Yes. Hello.
Appreciate it.
Happy to
How
have
did you guys
here.
get in here? How'd you...
I feel like I need like a phone book. Like
VIP
it's
access.
really low.
Here's a question. So I'm definitely doing the Bristol night race. What would be the other now that I'm one away from completing the original 3? What would be the next race you say I got to go to?
You go to Darlington?
Yep.
Yeah.
Darlington.
That's throwback. So you would
Yeah.
need some throwback gear.
Darlington's fun. What else would be a good race?
I mean, I like
Memorable
Pocono.
one.
I really like Pocono. I like the atmosphere of Pocono.
If you're gonna go up like northeast, I would say Watkins Glen because then you get a road course. I
Yeah,
like
that was
Watkins
good.
Glen, and
And-
it's like the Finger Lakes are right there.
Watkins Glen's fans are crazy. Like Talladega gets a good reputation, but Watkins Glen, it's kind of like Talladega up there too. It's all the hill people coming down
From the hills.
from the
Maybe
hills.
Martinsville. Martinsville's a good one.
Martinsville's fun. Yeah, we expect there again in October. That's a good race.
You should wait till next year though. The second race when it's a cutoff race, when it's the second to
And-
last race,
oh,
and
yeah.
people are gonna go ape shit.
Getting fights.
Which is the second Talladega race bigger than this one? Some people are like, you should have gone in the fall.
Well, it's a playoff race, so I'd say it's more.
Yeah.
It's not more important, but yeah, there's a little bit more meaning behind it.
Got it.
But yeah, heck, either one you go to is nice. We get lucked out on the weather this
Perfect.
weekend, so
Perfect.
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
But-
it's gorgeous.
What else you got? You have any more questions?
No, I'm becoming a huge
Good?
expert.
Good.
I still
Become
got
an
to get my
expert.
watching on TV part of it down. That's much harder for me.
It's tough.
I love being here, and then I'm like, all right, I'm going to start watching all the time in TV. Harder
Yeah.
for me. Got to figure out
Yeah.
like what's going on
Yeah.
and the breaking and all that shit.
Yeah,
because
I tell a lot of people that never been to one, like, yeah, it's hard to watch on TV if you don't know anything about it. Then you get to one and you actually can be a part of it, and it's pretty cool.
Night
the
and day.
whole atmosphere
Yep.
is
Night
way
and day
different.
experience.
It
But
was very tactile, like sights and sounds and smells and like
Smells.
you'll leave here smelling like campfire.
yeah, I smelled like
Like
campfire
talent-
last
yeah.
night. Big.
Campfire, sunscreen, a little bit of beer, some shame.
Motor oil.
Maybe some vomit.
Yeah.
haven't
Wow.
seen anywhere ever before till driving around this area, which I actually do want to do, the $5 shower. Like there's a lot of places just along the road, like, hey, $5 clean shower. That I've never seen
Is it
before.
like somebody's house?
It's just a bunch of shit. It almost looks like you're going into a car wash,
Okay.
except it's humans.
Not a
never
bad
seen
idea.
that.
You probably can make some money.
Yes, they're all over. I saw like 4 or 5 of them right outside. Right, that guy
Anybody
hands
done
up.
the
Have you
$5
guys-
shower?
$5
You've done
shower,
a $5
yeah.
shower. Are they cleaner when it's $5?
Thumbs up? No.
I think
No,
out,
they're
in that,
not.
out in the
Maybe.
camp area, there's nowhere to shower. Like we have a nice trailer. I'm still afraid to shit in it because I think it'll smell the whole time.
Yeah. Well,
We have to do that every week. Every week.
Well, you guys have those fancy $1 million buckets. We don't have those.
I thought you had. No, I saw yours. Yours is like
Ours is nice,
the
but
nicest one we got. Actually, we gave you the nicest one we got.
Who did? What do you
kicked
mean,
the
you?
you kicked the driver out, and we gave you that bus.
bullshit.
No, I'm just joking.
Like,
do you have rules when other drivers come on your bus that they can't shit on your bus? Or is it just like a known thing that you shouldn't do that?
I'd like to say yeah. I don't like. I only like me pooping on my bus, but I poop on my other buddies' buses,
Do
so I
you?
can't really say
it's
anything
a
about
huge
it.
asshole move to do that
Well, yeah, I know.
because your trailer has to be like pretty close.
yeah.
And the bathroom is so close to the bedroom.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is to go in there, a buddy's bus, who's not in there,
Yeah.
and take one, and then like it's like a ghost. He never knows.
He doesn't know.
Just his water's down.
It's the ghost
'Cause I
of
don't like
Talladega.
you got to conserve your water
Oh,
on
do
the bus
you?
throughout a weekend. I mean, you can
Really?
refill it, but it costs money to fill fill it back up with water. And
I would
dump
put
it.
So
you
you're
in the
like
wall
rationing?
so hard if you shit in my bathroom. Like, it's like, go to your other room. Now
I'm
you're
not
going to the
leaving
wall.
it. I just
No, but
you
still,
know.
it smells and water and all that. It's like, and you literally are like 10 feet away
It
at
doesn't
all
smell.
times.
It seals it. It sucks it down. It seals off the toilet.
I disagree.
Me too.
We have a rule on our work truck that there is no deuces.
Yeah.
No number twos.
We've had some RVs in our time doing like music tours, and once someone goes to the bathroom once, it's game over. We'd stop at hotels.
Oh man.
And they're not as nice as yours, but
I'm looking forward to when they do the renovations here at Talladega,
Yeah.
and the bathrooms in the garage hopefully get a facelift. Where our productions room is right next to the bathroom in the garage.
Oh, usually.
Yeah, so it kind of
Yeah.
Fumigates over there.
yeah. Those
That's
crew guys are
unfortunate.
in and out of there all
Oh,
the
that's
time.
not what you
There's
want.
some burly guys on those crews.
Yeah.
Too.
Well, yeah. This gets. They're starting construction like next week, right?
Yeah, I think within 5 days of Sunday.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, all this
Big
will be
facelift.
new.
They're changing
Goodness.
this. I like
No, not this.
part.
This grass
No,
will still be here.
Just like the infrastructure.
Yeah.
The garages.
The garage,
Yeah,
the
the
media
garages.
center, Victory
okay.
Lane, like doing a whole bunch of stuff.
That's nice. Like Richmond and Phoenix have done.
I'm not
Daytona.
dreaming that the RVs are much lower here than they were at Daytona, right? Like, I feel like everything was higher at Daytona. Or am I just making this
So
up?
I believe at Daytona that everyone had stuff on top of their motorhomes,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
like perches where
Yeah,
they stand.
way
I
up.
think here you're not allowed to do it because
That-
it blocks the view from the
Got
stands
it.
to see the backstretch.
Okay. I knew something was different.
Yeah.
Because you can, from the grandstands, see the back. You can see the tops of the cars in the backstretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And yeah, if you put towers on them, it ruins it. Like that. Well, that guy's got a tower on top of his.
Well, it's not really
I don't
like
know.
people still get on top of them.
Yeah,
You've
but
got
in
people.
Daytona,
I mean,
there
it
were
does
like,
feel like we're, like,
mountains on top
like,
of the cars.
Like down,
Yeah.
like in the muck.
Down in the muck.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
mire.
In the mire.
It's Talladega. There's a lot of that going on.
How was Endgame?
Yeah.
Endgame. Yeah. Are you like an Avengers Marvel fan?
I'm an
No.
Avengers guy. LaShawn McCoy should be killed. You saw what he did, right?
Yeah, he tweeted.
He's tweeting out
spoilers
the freaking ending. And then my
Yeah.
idiot, this guy over here, this freaking idiot who works for us, we're sitting on the bus. He just reads the tweet out loud.
Yeah, that's
I'm
not
like,
cool.
dude, you just spoiled the whole movie.
Why would you do that?
Because he's an idiot. He doesn't have a brain. That's why he did it. So I haven't seen it, but I know how it ends
Yeah.
because I lost Sean
oh,
McCoy
no.
via him.
Oh, no.
I saw it Thursday night and it was pretty spectacular. But you already know.
Are you a bigger, like, do you watch Game of Thrones? Or
I've
you
watched
can't-
one episode of Game of Thrones.
We.
I'm not going to
Spoilers.
spoil
We
Game
won't
of
spoil.
Thrones. I just say I want to kill somebody for spoiling it. I would never spoil anything, but I prefer Game of Thrones over the Avengers.
Really?
Oh.
I watched the first episode of the new season of Game of Thrones and I had no idea what was going on. I was like, I don't know who these people are. People are shooting each other looks.
We
There's
had-
love interests. There's murders. I have no idea who these people are.
We had a discussion last week, and they looked bored as tears.
I
when
want
we
to
were
watch
talking
it,
about
but I
so
want
it's really just me
I'm gonna
talking
wait
about it.
until
Do people come up to you nowadays and say you look like Khaleesi, like the queen?
I've only gotten it like twice.
I feel like that's a blonde hair movement. Like blonde
Yeah.
hair, pretty girls. Everyone's like, oh, you look like
Yeah.
Khaleesi.
I mean, that's their
The dragon. Is
Yeah.
that the
The
dragon?
dragon. Yeah, Mother of
queen.
Dragons.
Mother of Dragons.
Oh, sorry.
I'm
Mother
gonna
of
wait
the
until
dragons.
season 8 is over, and then I'm gonna binge the entire thing. Probably
It's
over
very good.
Time.
the off season.
So you like the Avengers, though?
I do. I really enjoy
But
the
you
movies.
thought the ending was the last one was as good as everyone's saying?
I thought it was. Yeah, I thought it was the best one they made. It was pretty cool. It was, like I said, I'm not going to talk about it, but it was pretty good. It was a
When
good
did
movie.
you go to the bathroom? There was a big
didn't.
debate on the news. When do you take a bathroom break? Because it's like 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's 3 hours. Can you not hold your pee for 3 hours?
Sometimes no.
Some people can't.
No, I did, but I did probably pee like a quart
Yeah.
Okay.
after the show, probably a gallon.
Did
right.
you have to
More than
get?
that,
Did
but-
somebody have to give you tickets? Like, to use a connection, or did you buy them yourself? Like,
No, you just
weren't
buy
they
'em.
hard to get? Like opening night.
No, I just bought them like when they came on sale. Honestly,
were
the
here,
the
right?
Theater, I went to Oxford,
Yeah.
right up the road, and the theater wasn't even full.
I
Oh,
wouldn't
wow.
think
Like-
Oxford's maybe not a big presence for Avengers fans.
That was, I mean, yeah, but it was no, it was pretty easy. Yeah, you could have just walked right up and bought a ticket. I think certain
Interesting.
areas are a little bit.
Certain areas,
Different.
yeah, different.
What's your stance on spoilers? Like, how long do you have to wait after something has come out before you can start talking about it openly?
A week, 2 weeks.
Okay.
Now, like Thrones, for Game of Thrones, I think after the next episode airs,
Yeah.
you can talk. So many people are watching it, but you should always, like, if you're on social media, you should say spoilers. Like, you should
Yeah.
let people know so you don't just walk into something and ruin everything. I mean, like what LaShawn McCoy did. I mean, that's treason.
How many
Like,
followers does he have?
He has enough. He has a decent
it
amount.
made a dent.
Yeah. I mean,
I hope he gets hate letters.
I'm sure he does.
oh,
Probably.
he's getting crucified.
Yeah.
Crucified.
Okay.
So now, Sunday, we have a race. And
Oh,
you're
yeah.
going to be here for the race, but then Game of Thrones is later that
Correct,
night. Like,
big
are
day.
you like getting on a plane, flying somewhere, and go watch it, or are you
Yes.
going to just record it and watch it later?
No, well, because of the spoiler problem. That it's a sad state of affairs in this country that I'm afraid of spoilers and people like LaShawn McCoy. I don't trust. I put too much into it that I don't trust not watching it in real time.
Yeah.
So the second the race ends, we're jumping on a plane, going home, and watching it.
Nice.
Do you have like a Game of Thrones like setup? That
No,
you-
I'm not
yeah.
like a crazy person.
Okay.
Just turn the lights off, popcorn, go. Concentrate very much.
You have
Okay.
to with that show.
Yeah, you do.
You'll miss a lot. And
Yeah.
this next episode is going to be a lot of concentration.
Yeah.
40-minute
I don't
battle.
know, somebody's, like,
He's telling us to.
gesturing at
Oh,
you.
we're getting
You
the
should have just
gesture.
told us to stop talking. So
We're
Does
dragging.
that stop talking, like in the show, or go on to another topic?
I think stop talking.
I think
Wrap the
show's
whole
over.
thing.
The
That's a
band's
wrap the
coming.
the
whole
band
thing.
is coming.
Okay.
People are
Wrap the whole
trickling in,
thing.
but thank you
I'm
guys
gonna do this.
for being here. Thanks for being
got
here the
the
whole
music.
weekend. Really, to
Dave,
be
we're
honest
so
with you.
glad that you made it out to Dega.
Dave.
Me too.
Thanks.
Great
I
time.
like that you
Yeah, fun.
transitioned from Davey Daytona to Davey Dega.
It happened that I
Yeah.
got 2D races,
yeah.
so it worked really
Double
easily.
Ds.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you going to do for Bristol now?
I'm going to have to work it up, workshop it, put
Yeah.
my brains together.
Come up with a gladiator name.
Yeah,
You know,
Maybe.
because it's
because-
the Coliseum.
Yeah.
Last great Coliseum.
Yep.
I saw your Talladega Nights inspired T-shirts
Yeah.
you guys made. I need one of those.
Yeah, that
Those
was
are
pretty
awesome.
sharp.
You guys can switch merch because he doesn't have any of your merch.
That's true.
You need some of his.
I'll have to figure something out. I'll
Yeah.
talk to somebody. But,
Tradesies.
again, hopefully you guys have fun tomorrow. Hopefully you enjoy tomorrow.
Good luck tomorrow.
And
If you
coming
don't
out. Enjoy the
subscribe to this podcast, go into iTunes and subscribe to the Glass Case of Emotion. Go on YouTube, check out the playlist on NASCAR's playlist, and go on Facebook. We got a Facebook group now, and we do
do.
stuff with it. So be fans, and thank you for coming out. Enjoy the show tonight. Enjoy Talladega. Last thoughts?
Thank you.
no, none.
Okay.
Shake
I
and
don't have
bake.
any.
We're out.
Shake and bake, yeah.